Buckle up, Buttercup. Live from Gloucester, Massachusetts. Podcasting around the world. You're listening to the GloucesterCast podcast, a production of Joey Shimataro and Good Morning Gloucester Media. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
Go have an onion.
And
good morning, Gloucester. We're back, baby. We're at HQ. At 90, the other HQ. We should
this
say
is the world headquarters.
the world.
The local headquarters is on 44.
Satellite office.
Yeah.
You know,
Satellite
we haven't been here so long that I think we left somebody here.
Oh, there he is.
Weekend at Bernie's.
We're good at parties, Mr.
Yeah,
McCarthy.
the poop guy is back.
Oh, there it goes.
Great.
The
There
list
you go.
is just all
Fucking
I came back just to talk about poop.
Yeah, that's right. We have a topics loaded with poop talk right now. Starting with what we don't have on Sundays, we don't get our poop tea from Pure Nutrition because Faye decides to sleep in.
Yeah, she's hungover.
She's hungover. It's good.
She's going to be open tomorrow, though.
Big date. Oh, is
8
she?
till 11.
8 to 11.
Memorial Day hours.
It's a good idea for people that are getting crushed today on Memorial Day weekend. We have Jimmy Dalpiaz with us.
Good morning, Clark.
Chris McCarthy,
Good morning, Gloucester. Great to be back.
poop guy. Chris Magaka Koppel is with us. I got to spit out my
He's over
gum.
there.
Kate, this is for you, Kate. I'm spitting out my gum.
And he just
He put it right next to the onion.
Right next to the
On his
onion.
desk.
We have
For some
Random
reason, there's an
onions
onion.
because I was going to do smash burgers later. Nicole Wadsworth is with us.
Longfellow.
Nailed it.
Wadsworth Longfellow.
Is a relative. What? Oh, bad.
Pat Dalpiaz is over there.
Bad onion.
What's the matter?
It's soft.
What do you mean it's
That's what
soft?
she said. Oh.
You're used to
I
that,
know
Pat.
soft when I see it.
Pat is. What do you mean it's soft?
I didn't think it was going to go south with Pat.
Yeah, Jesus.
I don't know.
That's a new woman.
Pat. Well, now that Bill Wren is back, the
I saw Bill Wren the other night, and he said he opened. Well, go ahead.
Bill Wren, also known as the man who overserves Pat at the Emerson Inn, her illegitimate lover who overserves her.
Who led with me saying I just got off of work, and for the record, I was not over-serving. And I was like, okay.
No, he only overserves Pat to plot to make her more pliable.
Wow.
For her wares.
Yikes.
Jamie Matheson, Chris's betrothed. Jamie
Jamie.
Matheson is with us. My beautiful wife Kate is with us. Lynn Scannell
Lynn.
is.
Or maybe Phil.
Or maybe
Never know.
Phil.
Well, Phil said it's Lynn because he's not allowed. So one time we
okay.
get Phil. Thank you, Lynn and Phil, for inviting us over yesterday. The burgers were out of this world. The mushrooms, the sautéed mushrooms, were to die for. I don't know if that was Georgia or Lynn that made those. Michael Ancevic. Yo, from Michael Ancevic.
Michael.
Good morning to
I
you.
mean, look
my
at this
friend.
lineup so far. We've got Ancevic, we've got Jamie, we've got Lynn Scannell,
Oh,
and Kate.
That must mean
I mean,
nobody's on
this
the
is-
water.
This is amazing.
Right?
we have an all-star cast of viewership today. I want to make sure we go right off the bat. We want to congratulate Chef Dan at Castle Manor.
Yeah.
He pumped out another kid, Chef Dan. Pat's going to put up the graphic.
Did he actually pump it out himself, or?
Well, initially he pumped something.
Jeez.
He pumped something initially.
Oh my.
There's the baby. That's the product of Dan's pumping
Oh.
right there. And that is a cute baby. That's a big. Look at those cheeks on that baby.
It's a boy or a girl?
No,
Okay.
no, because I'm a guy and guys don't care about that stuff.
I was waiting for you to get berated about saying that Chef Dan pumped out the baby because something on social media yesterday was talking about Scotty Scheffler winning whatever he won, having a baby, getting arrested, getting out of jail, and then getting a birdie on the first hole.
Yeah.
And all anybody commented on was how he didn't have the baby. It was like post saying technically he didn't have the baby, and I was like, wait, why did he get arrested?
All
But, like,
So
I
I
thought for sure the same thing was going to happen to you.
So I have a post that's going up tonight at 7 p.m. And the post is that exact picture that we just put on the screen. And the caption is, congratulations to Chef Dan, who just pumped out another baby.
Yep,
And this is an absolute troll job, knowing that women are going to lose their fucking minds.
Well, Kate
Because-
already lost her mind.
Of course.
She's already
It's-
yelling at you.
Oh my God,
You
Joseph.
might-
Joseph.
Yeah,
Joseph.
Good thing you have
What's
a
your
long
real
day
name?
at the dock. It doesn't look like you're welcome back home right now.
I am definitely welcome. Kate Kate's got an unbelievable tan right now. We were on the boat without sunscreen yesterday. We're both savagely burnt.
Without sunscreen.
So there's
You're
that.
gonna make that statement.
Speaking of Castle Manor Inn, we have some tickets. Oh, thank you, honey. I love you. We have tickets available for the Good Morning Gloucester dinner. And a lot of people, when they go to buy their tickets, and Pat's going to put the link right there that I sent her so that you can buy the tickets. We have three options: king cut prime rib, teriyaki pineapple chicken, and caprese stuffed portobello mushroom, which
Ooh,
was
that sounds great.
that was Chris Lagakanopoulos' pick, because he says we have to have a vegan option.
I did not say that. I said you can't not have a vegetarian option or a pescatarian option. You have to have at least one of those. There are a
So-
lot of people who.
So I let you. You came up with this.
No, you presented me with pasta primavera
Yeah.
or caprese stuffed portobello mushroom, and I said the portobello stuffed mushroom sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I was never presented with.
What did Chris
So-
order?
so
He bought a
lobster-
ticket.
So far we have like 60 people that have the prime rib. We got about 12 people that have the teriyaki chicken, and Chris's selection. We have 3 people getting the vegan option.
We can send them their money back and say you're not welcome. We
No,
want vegetarians.
I want the
Well, he did
vegans.
reserve one table for the
I want the
vegetarians,
octo
so-
vegans.
The vegetarians have to sit with the band and the photographer at the back table.
That's it. Oh, they're at table 10.
Yeah.
They are definitely at table 10. So if you get a ticket, please, when you get the ticket, reach out to me if you have certain people you want to sit with, so I can put you at the table. You haven't got a ticket yet,
No, I haven't either.
Chris. I know, but I talked to Timmy Matheson. He's putting a table together.
Yeah.
I gotta work.
What do
You
mean
plan
go-
things on Friday nights on purpose, I think.
Yes, on purpose.
I have to
Definitely on
work.
purpose.
You're gonna
All
call
right.
in
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Kate says next time bring a woman to the event planning session. There can be only
Agreed.
one head of the planning, because as we've seen in prior things, you bring a lot of people in and nothing gets done. Everybody just goes, and you have to have one, like Elon Musk. He's the reason he has all these unbelievable companies that are booming is because he just makes a decision and they move forward. No big boards trying to make,
Suggesting that
he's-
he has a consultant in any women.
the meatballs. Remember the meatball challenge with
Meatball with
Ralph? He started trying to take it over, and it was going to be a total bastardization of what the initial premise was going to be.
Can I, speaking of Caitlin, can I say how amazing Caitlin and the rest of the board did with the first ever women's conference at the Peabody Marriott?
Yeah.
Because she's local this week.
Can you explain a little bit
I'm
what
sure
that
they
was?
worked really hard behind the scenes when no one was even privy to it, but it was a really great event. I was happy to be there.
What was the gist of it?
Um,
So wait, it's called the Be Local.
she's local.
She's local.
Has done, Kate chime in, please, I'm probably wrong, but it has done conferences, but never on the North Shore. They've been like in different regions. And somebody said, why don't we do one up here? And the person who had founded it, I guess for lack of a better word, said, well, I don't know anybody in the North Shore. I don't know anybody to network with. And the other woman said, well, I moved to Manchester several years ago, and my mission was to make connections and meet people. So I know everyone you need to know. And so Caitlin and Sedalia Schwartz and Marcy Plant and about 12 other, Emily Kavanaugh from
Kim
Manchester.
Armstead.
Yeah, they all got together and they planned a whole day of networking and keynote speakers. And there was a really great award given. And then in between the two different keynote speakers, you could pick which things you wanted to go to. Some were financial, a lot were wellness related. a lot of really great stories told about, people overcoming different adversities and moving forward, and just a lot of inspiration. It was a really great day. I was happy to be there. So
Nice. I saw that Hale Design Build was a sponsor.
Tono was a sponsor. Hill
Tonos?
Design and Build was Tonos. I did not say Tonos. Tono was a sponsor. Hill Design and Build. A bunch of other sponsors, and then obviously Lion Wall was the
Keynote.
major supporting sponsor. Yeah.
Steve Conti, hello from Spain. Nice to hear from you
Hey,
and
you
Annie
guys made
Rochon. Good for you guys. Amy Heisler. Good morning from Amy, David, Tyler, and Scooney Boo Boo.
Hey, where's my buddy?
Thank
Hey, hi, buddy.
Mike Coder is with us. Good morning, Michael. I saw Mike with a blonde on the boat yesterday, so I think he's got a new broad.
Oh, with a blonde. I thought you said he was blonde.
Well, you better hope he does. Because
Someone
if he
just
doesn't,
go
there's a
right
problem you
What
just
is it?
created.
No, the answer said he. What?
What my client meant to say is
Right, seriously.
he saw Coder on the boat yesterday.
No, Sarah Gray is
With
with
a
us.
mannequin.
Hey, listen,
So
Sarah
that
Gray.
wouldn't be surprising.
Joey, I want to put out there with Sarah Gray. Yesterday, Pat and I went to Beechwood's. It was Beechwood, right, Pat?
Mhm.
Beechwood Cemetery, and we put out all the flags by the veterans
Nice.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
the AMVETs. They were looking for help, so we went over, and Sarah Gray was there. And I'm telling you, I heard about all the cemeteries. And if you think about it, how many cemeteries we have in the area and how many veterans are in there.
Yeah.
And to have these many people walking around volunteering, putting flags at every single one, that's, that's kudos. Kudos to a lot of volunteers and organizations like the Veterans Center. Vicha Perini was down there, and, Victor from the AMVETs. I mean, it was.
The Gloucester Sea Cadets always do a couple of the cemeteries as well. Yeah, it's
I'm
always
just,
a really nice day.
I mean, it's Memorial Day weekend, and we think about all the veterans that we've lost, and that was a great little thing to do. But just want to say, nice job to everybody out there.
Caitlin, I just got the text, which Sarah Gray posted a podcast-worthy article, and here it is. This came from late breaking news from Sarah Gray. The Hampton Beach Memorial Day fireworks have been canceled due to piping plovers.
Seriously.
Hampton Beach Memorial Day fireworks show has been canceled due to concerns over nesting, endangering piping plovers. The Hampton Beach Village District announced the cancellation of the Sunday, May 26th show on its Facebook page. So another victim
They
from
should just bring it down to Florida then.
Yep, there you go.
Do the party
Bring it down
down.
to
You know,
Florida.
everything up in Florida.
Prices.
Everything's legal there.
We have a prize. This
right.
this was donated by
that's nice.
the Jane Tutman.
Linda
Jerome Tutman donated
Mhm.
this, which is to me looks like a pelican.
Like
Yeah.
you're
I
puffing.
believe it's a pelican.
When Pat would like to say it's a puffin.
It's
Pat,
adorable.
which
It
was
is pretty cute.
which has shared
It
space
grows on you.
at Pat's Puffin Emporium,
Yes.
Oh.
also known as 44 Main Street. So if you
Pat's touching it.
she's
She can't put it down.
Well,
Jesus, Pat.
I wasn't
She
too excited about it at first, but it sort of grows on you.
I would put that on my deck.
Okay, so we have some more people that have joined us recently. Donna Artazzoni, Kathleen Wadis, joining us from Texas. Pam Parsons, who got a ticket for our dinner. Nice to see that.
Morning, Pam.
Jeff Amaro, who I think is coming to our dinner but hasn't got his ticket yet. I think he's going to be
Hi, Jeff.
part of the
I think, yeah.
Timmy table.
Timmy table. Timmy table is probably going to be expanded to 2 tables. Jim Dalpit, Kate wants us to put the flags up. Jim, we're going to put the flags up.
All those banners.
Yeah, the banners.
Okay.
Okay,
Kate.
Buntings?
Buntings.
Yeah,
The Buntings. And Michael Bertolino's with us. This is your time to shine and sell some merch in Hampton Beach. I know. I gotta put the plover hats in
Pop-up
Hampton pop-up
No
shop.
problem.
I'm gonna send Kate up there with some Engel and Volker's business cards and plover merchandise. Chuck Shoebridge is with us. Chris Thompson's with us, and Kate is doing her personal texting through the messaging through this thing. Donna Artazzoni, can you text me? I have something for you. Well, that's good to know. We needed to get that through. So there's that. So far, of the boaters that we have here, I think all of our boats are in. I don't know. Do you consider yourself a boater with that weird thing that
I
you
love
have?
that thing. I love that thing I have, and no, it's not in the water yet.
So what? Okay, so Chris's boat. Chris was in first.
Yeah.
I was in the following
You
day.
got yours all ready? You don't have that picture,
Yeah.
do you?
Of
The
the
bird
nest.
nest?
Of the
Oh, we
nest
showed that
was in-
last week.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
We
I
showed
don't,
it,
I
yeah.
don't
Well,
know
so what
happened
was
on those birds. It was three or four birds.
Oh, so you
Those
had to
little
kill
brown
the
birds.
you had to kill the birds to put the boat
No, I
in.
didn't kill them. I just let it be. I let nature take its course.
So
Would you put a
I
fox in
can't
You
there?
send a cat up on the.
I can't.
Boat?
I can't tell you
He
the
Put a,
cannot
answer.
fox, you put a
bulbs.
fox or a squirrel in the boat
There's
and
a-
covered it.
you put
I
a
have a lot of seagulls.
I saw
Let's put it this way, I have a lot of
saw
seagulls
some
around.
fishing line with a hook and a big T-bone steak dangling right over the nest. Chris, you got your boat in when?
On Thursday.
Have you taken it out?
Nope.
No.
I will right after the podcast today, though. We'll be going out for a little bit.
That weather 2 days ago, going up the river, it was like
Yeah.
80 degrees. And if you would have bet me if we were gonna have
Yeah.
like an 80-degree
I
day in
agree.
Gloucester, it was magic.
Yeah.
Jamie reported from her beach walk this morning with the dog that it's very glassy out there
Yeah.
today. So, at least this morning. So I may just do a quick blast after this.
It's just a public service announcement since we're talking boats. Boaters, don't forget to put your plugs in
Before
Yeah,
before you splash it.
Yeah.
And make sure your walkie-talkies or your radios are
charged.
fully charged and
Yeah.
have new batteries
Yeah.
Yeah.
for those that have portable ones.
Is that from Florida or from here?
That's from here.
Your experience?
Just a
Okay.
friend.
I'm looking at the comments coming in. It's all Kate doing personal messaging through the
Yeah.
Langa, can we go?
Yeah, Kate, let me know when you want to go. We can go anytime.
She must have done a wake and bake.
I don't know.
Very
Sharon
chatty.
Lee Muse chiming in from Newcastle, Maine. How far up is Newcastle? I don't know.
It's a good question.
Newcastle. All right. I like it.
Newcastle.
Let's talk about Hazy.
Well, I didn't put that on there. I mean, do you have a photo?
I don't have that photo. I have the other photo.
Yeah, the other one. That one. So well, I
So-
think it's a good time to.
Oh, here we go.
So that's a toy. So Hazy. So Jamie and I are rescuing a dog.
Oh, is that the name of the dog, Hazy?
Hey, yeah. So her name that she was given when she was born is Hazel. We had a list of names, but we liked Hazel, and I like the name Hazy. Like it's a nice summery name. So we decided rather than confusing her, because when we get her, she'll probably be about 14 weeks old, that we would stick with Hazy. So the puppy will be here in about 2 weeks, but it was just National Rescue Dog Day. I'm a big believer in rescuing dogs. I mean, I know some people like to go to breeders, personal choice, but there are lots of dogs that need homes. There are lots of great rescues up here on Cape Ann, Sweet Paws. We've got Cape Ann Animal Aid. We just happened to find a little face that we fell in love with that was down in Texas. So we used a rescue called Dr. Doolittle's Rescue Ranch.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rescue Ranch.
Rescue Ranch sounds like a lovely place
So
to live.
do you have a
doesn't it?
pic? We don't have a picture of the
I can
dog.
send it to.
Send it to Pat.
Yeah.
So is this now the question that I asked you right when I saw the first picture of Hazy,
Yeah.
Hazy,
Hazy.
was
Hazel Hazy.
is it a yippy dog?
No.
You don't know yet.
Yeah.
It's
No.
too young.
You don't know.
So now I want to get everybody's feeling about this. If you got a dog and you fell in love with the dog, but the dog was a yippy dog and wouldn't stop yip 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 yippy dog, would you be opposed to severing the vocal cords to silence the
I'm
dog?
opposed to severing anything
yes.
on a living anything.
Severing.
You cut the nuts off on
Severing is
the dog, right?
upward.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cut its nuts off.
guys
Yeah,
just
I
let it
wouldn't. I
breed
wouldn't.
wild?
I wouldn't. No. I'm.
So
I'm
you would
opposed.
live with the yipping.
You can
I would
train.
train the
You
dog,
train
not
them.
yet.
You can train dogs.
Oh, so you get the electromagnetic thing. You put it on the nuts and
Yeah.
it zaps them every time.
no, you don't do that
It's a
either.
girl. So
Yeah.
So
Hazel is a girl.
Listen,
you put it on the nipples. Zap, zap. No more yipping.
You know you
Immediately. So we met. So Bugs, 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 our good friend Bugs.
Yeah.
We were over at Cape Ann Marina at Lynn and Phil's, and Bugs was talking about someone had a dog that they kept on the boat, and it was a fucking yipper.
Yeah.
And his whole thing was, okay, did you see Kate's comment? His whole thing was, do the fucking people not recognize that there's a million people on their boats, sleeping on their boats, and they have this yippy dog that yips all fucking day long? So what do you say to that? What do you do to that dog? Do you just poison it in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
And put out some like dog food with some poison things in it?
No, I think you talk.
How
to
do you
the
take
owners.
it? So no, but what about the
Chris, I would jump in here.
what?
I'm surprised the marina hasn't done something about that.
Well, why don't? What are you supposed to do though? Like, is it? What about these owners that are negligent and they just say, "Oh, this is my dog, so it doesn't matter." Everyone else's dog that would bother everyone.
Well,
Put
it's
something
like
in their gas tank.
I mean, it's like
Leave the
anything
dog
in
alone.
life, though. Like you have a little responsibility. Like just because there's one yippy dog doesn't make all the dogs yippy or bad. I mean, over the years,
No,
I've come
no.
to really like and appreciate you. And then when I see
Hey.
how much you hate dogs, I start to question my judgment.
No, I don't hate all dogs. I really like Pringle.
How can you
Pringle
not
is a
love
great. Look at
this
Hazy.
dog?
Come on.
That's a cute dog, but we don't know if it's a yipper yet.
That ear kills me. The one ear down.
And
So-
then the other photo that Pat put up of the
Cheetos.
Totos.
Yep.
So we went in to see Annie Bros play last night at Lobsterland, which was awesome. Packed house, great music, great food, of course. And Lauren, the bartender there, who does a lot of volunteer work for Cape Ann Animal Aid, knew that we were getting Hazel, and she handed that to me
That's
over
cool.
the bar and said, "This is for
That's
Hazel."
Awesome.
So that's Hazel's second toy. The first
Vodka.
toy came from Nicole after we told her. So we have 2 toys now for Hazel.
Did you get anything from Joe?
I'm gonna
No,
I'm gonna get the
probably
thing.
a scalpel to sever the vocal cords.
We should do it live. We should do it live, Joe.
Hey, we got a lot of things in the queue to do live. We still
Yeah.
haven't installed my
bidet.
bidet.
Yeah, your bidet.
We haven't installed my bidet yet.
Jesus.
Chris, I
can't
want
hear
to
it.
hear from you. This is a very specific to you topic. Oh,
Uh-oh.
you got the Psycho Bunny hat going.
Get the cycle by
Nice,
yeah.
very nice.
Ghibli's.
Oh, Ghibli's.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
$60.
$60. So you came back from Bonita Springs like May 12th ish.
Yes.
Right? Do you regret that decision?
So far, no.
We've had
I mean,
decent,
decent weather.
okay weather.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I came back was because of some golf commitments I had. If it wasn't from the golf commitments, I'd probably still be down there. But it is nice to be back. I mean, there is no place like home. The smell, people. It's weird.
The smell.
It sounds weird, but
What
I'm
was-
telling you, the smell. It's just something.
Yeah.
you
That
miss
salt
about
water?
being home, everything. I mean, I miss the smell in here. I haven't been in here in like 6 months, and
There was just a fly on the top of your hat.
the
as you were
fly.
saying that.
Yeah, see,
As you were saying that.
my buddy's whispering in my ear. But no, it's a good transition. We spent a good 6 months down there, and it was time to come back home.
You know, it's wild. This is if we would have all lost a bet. We have a Charlene sighting at 9:25 a.m. Charlene's out. Charlene's she's out of bed.
Oh wow,
Shasha.
Jeez.
Wow, Shash
I don't even
probably
think-
get some real estate deals going.
I don't even think she knows that I was coming here. So she's probably surprised. She's probably like, "Oh, there's my husband."
Looking for you. Yeah.
Charlene's ability to sleep is legendary around Cape Ann. I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Only surpassed by her ability to prolong the night with
Yes.
espresso martinis. No one does
And
the.
I don't have the ability to prolong the night.
Okay, can you type in? Okay, can you type in Charlene's name for Shasha, and we'll put it on the screen. I know exactly, and I'm gonna whisper it in your ear. Let's see if Kate gets it right. This
I'm
is for you.
surprised that hasn't made the clothing line.
Oh, we could make a special line for Charlene. There it is. Put it on the screen right there. Shasha, one more. One more espresso martini. Let's go to Drift.
How did the G get in there, Kate?
Sure.
The G
Sure.
at
That's
the
how you
end.
say it. It has to sound like cha-cha, one more.
No, that's.
One more.
I'm saying it's because the
Yeah,
H is
I was
next to
thinking
the
the
G
same
on
thing.
on the. Good job, Kate. Nice work. How come Pat is not putting it on the screen for the
I
viewers?
did.
You were looking at
Oh,
your
so we're
keyboard.
not seeing
You were
stuff.
holding the paper and it blocked your view.
Oh, I see.
For some martini.
There you go. There you go. Oh, there it is. Gee was fat thumb work from Kate. There you go. Microplastics.
Oh well,
Microplastics is what?
in a recent study of human testicles,
By who?
microplastics were found in every specimen.
Oh.
So it tells you how prevalent microplastics are in everything.
I want to know how they
Wow.
get in the testicles.
Do you want to know what this means?
What does it mean?
See, there's an article. Joey, there's plastic in your testicles too.
Scientists say discovery may be linked to decades-long decline in sperm counts in men around the world.
Well, hold it. It says found in every human testicle, but they haven't tested Joey's.
Yeah,
His testicles
The
could be the
anomaly.
only ones.
right.
The anomaly.
So
Kate says the bottled water. You know something? It's funny that you say this because I was heating up my chicken caldo soup that I made at the house in the plastic container that my storage container. Kate yells at me every time, which is probably maybe this is the reason, because she said don't microwave in plastic. Dump it into a pot,
Yeah.
warm it up on the stove. Creature, convenience throwing in the mic in 3 minutes having a warm thing as opposed to 15. I was stubborn, but I relented and I went with her on the stove thing. But I guess that's probably the case. I bet you that's the number one thing, people heating stuff up in plastic.
Well, right,
Yeah.
you can heat it up in the microwave too. It's like the
and-
step in between is using microwave or putting it in a glass bowl. You never put it in a
Oh,
plastic
glass
bowl in
bowl.
the
I
microwave.
get you.
You got to use a microwave. Use a glass bowl.
Yeah, because
Still
they
is
figure the
better.
microwave
I'm fucked then.
melts the plastic and
Yeah.
that's the particles. But how do they go to the nuts instead of just going to the digestive system and shit out?
Probably go everywhere.
Probably go everywhere. Yeah.
yeah, but why is that article specific to testicles? What kind of research are you looking at? Langland?
I know,
That's a great
'cause
question.
that's a
really good
that's a
question.
good question. What is
That's a great question.
what is his search term?
Yeah,
Get his
see his search history.
Get his MacBook Pro right now and go to the Google search. I'm scared to death. I don't want to. Actually, I don't want to see it. I don't want to
What's
see
found in what could be found in testicles?
Joey brings us home shopping club content, how beautiful Kate is content. I bring us testicle content.
I
When
bring
Chris
us
is here
food.
for poop.
Yeah,
We all
see?
have it.
Yeah,
it. Hey,
yeah, that's a good
that's
point.
why the numbers
It's
keep
a village.
continuing.
Yeah. I won't share my search history, and you don't have to search yours now.
So Kate, where Kate gets 99% of her news, will also attest. Dave and Chuck the Freak covered this story, so it must be true. Dave and Chuck the Freak. I don't know who listens to it or doesn't listen to it, but it is why it's like today's Howard Stern. They cover some really wild stories. Jimmy's left the ringer on. I see. Anything important to share with us, Jimmy?
Yeah, your screen time has been lower.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
let's see.
that's a
I
good
got
thing.
that notification. Let me see how my screen time was.
So, Jimmy, how's the golf game this year?
16.
Have you been out, Jimmy?
Yeah, went out twice.
Nice.
Yep, been out twice.
So the question is, will Chris bring you and Ralph out golfing?
Yeah, he has to feel good about himself. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So he
And you know what I said last year, just before the senior am,
right.
I said,
yeah.
don't go with them because when you play with players that are below you, you play down to their level, and you could fuck up his. He's
Yeah.
going. He's been dedicated all winter long to
Oh,
try,
yeah,
try
he's-
improving.
And you won again down there in Florida. Another
Yeah,
award,
another club championship.
by the way.
Beat all the
Congratulations.
85-year-olds.
Yeah.
So
Just like
I feel
pickleball?
good. Well, that was the women. I
Yeah.
beat all the women. My buddy Russ put me in the women's division by accident, or it wasn't men versus women. It was by like so-called handicap, pickleball handicap, and he gave me a lower handicap than I really am, and that put me
Oh,
with all women, which
much
is
like
fine.
his golf game.
And every one of them told me, just play the way you play.
Steve Conti,
If
right
you ever
here.
get
Steve
in any sort of
Conti.
legal trouble, somebody's going to go in and isolate the audio where you just said, "I beat all the women."
Yeah, and then, but then I backed out.
Steve Conti's comment, which I was just pointing to as
Only drink
as
fluid
Pat
from
decided
Ralph
to.
Plastic particles in my testicles.
Beer, wine,
So
vodka.
Steve Conti says right here, only drink fluids from a glass container, beer, wine, and vodka. As I drink from poured my hot pour over coffee, strained it through the thing into my plastic.
It's a
cup.
red Solo cup, though. That's okay.
Yeah, but the microplastics, I feel them going right to my nuts right now.
Yeah.
They're traversing
do
my
too,
veins and going directly.
Jimmy, feel them. See
They're
if
large.
Can you feel them?
Anybody
Jimmy,
have a syringe?
They're
I'll take a sample.
They're-
I mean,
I got some blockage
We do a
down
live
there.
biopsy.
I got microplastic,
Off the rails.
this
today.
plaque buildup goes to the brain. The microplastic goes to the nuts.
Fold. You see it?
Yes. Yeah.
Kate, my screen time
Am
was
I
down
wondering why?
16% last week. I think you and I are on a good trajectory.
What is it?
Our screen time was down. Mine was down 16%.
I'm trying
Yours
to
was
cut
down
mine way
14.
back.
Jeanette Cusick, Parisi says, I sold Tupperware years ago and have thrown it all away and switched over to all glass in my kitchen the last few years. So I'm sure that Jeanette Cusick, Parisi's husband, is devoid of microplastics in his testicles.
But you know what? Kate's screen time is going way up.
Right.
This freaking
Right.
broadcast. her stats are going to be.
Through the roof.
Would you rather have microplastics or shards of glass in your test?
Ooh.
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
Jesus.
No, thank you. And
Tough
Aaron
question.
Sacco, good morning and happy Memorial Day
Did you
weekend
look
to
that
you.
one up too, Chris?
Debbie Daliakos is with us. Jamie, we saw earlier. Anybody else that I need to mention?
You know,
Carlo Masseri
I
from
just got
Bonita
thinking-
Springs. Carlo Masseri.
She's from Bonita?
No, Carlo is a guy. Carlo Masseri is a old fisherman, and one of our fishermen. from,
Really?
back in the day, one of my favorite humans, like one of the funniest fucking guys on the planet. St. Peter's Club guy. The
Really?
Morning Star, captain of the Morning Star. And he bought in Bonita Springs right at the beginning when Bonita
Really?
Springs, when they were first starting to develop Bonita
Wow.
Springs. Yeah.
He
So he's
spent
got some-
whole time down there.
He's got some equity in that place. But Bethany Ferreris is with us. Sharon Lee Muse is with us. Ed Collett is with us.
Hey, Ed.
Um,
You know, I just got
I think
thinking
I
that
got- I
Scooney
think I-
Boo Boo's watching this, and I can't wait to see him so he can just see me and say
Oh.
testicles.
Yeah.
Just gonna grab one.
okay, buddy. Thank you so much. Yeah, write that down. Awesome. Once.
Jackie LaFlamme just said hello.
Hi, Jackie LaFlamme. Ian. Write that down.
Someone did fall down. Who fell on the stairs?
Oh, those stairs can be
So,
treacherous.
yeah, someone.
I would like to say for the record, Gary Marino
Gary.
is a comedian. And he must have texted me 75 times because he wanted to come on the podcast.
In addition to me.
In addition to him, I told him, okay, be ready, come on the set at 8:30.
8:30.
He said at 9:30, I told him. At 3 minutes ago, he says he's on his way. So, all right, he's on his way. Does anybody want anything? Yes, I want all the things,
Not
Gary.
plastic.
Not
my
nothing.
testicles are full.
Scooney Boo Boo says that's my pop.
Yep.
So is Scooney Boo Boo talking, full on talking now?
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
God, he's 3. He's almost 4.
I mean,
yeah.
he's texting, Joe.
It's almost
He's responding to the
If he was
podcast.
talking too much, would you consider severing his vocal cords?
Or his testicles.
Oh, by the way, Kate brings up a great topic right there. Gloucester traffic, worst traffic
Yeah.
she's ever seen. I had in my office this morning, Pete Mondello, Lobsterman Pete Mondello said he came out with this one. Traffic yesterday was double the worst traffic he's ever seen in the city ever.
It was bad yesterday.
It was bad.
And
But
now
is
you're
it-
living on the other
is it-
side.
but
so
is it double the worst you've ever seen?
I was super frustrated yesterday. I left Magnolia and Finn was going out with a friend on a boat. They went by you in the river, he
Yep.
said. And so we had to go to a friend's house. I had to get gas. We went to Destino's to get all the kids' sandwiches. And then we were halfway to meeting near Pond Road. And then he said, no, bring me to the boat dock. And the whole thing took, like an hour and 10 minutes to like get from Magnolia to the 3 little errands we had to do.
Oh, shit.
All like downtown, then to get to the boat ramp. And I was like, I wanted to start my own day. I was feeling a little grumpy.
so
That
so
it was hell.
So the inside part about this, because you've kind of recently joined the podcast, is that every single year there are like we have like a pool of there's like 3 of the Facebook people that everything is the worst that's ever
Right,
happened.
right.
Every year, we have a pool on when they're going to say this is the worst traffic they've ever seen, and every year the traffic is bad in the middle of the summer. Traffic, it does seem to be getting worse. But I did also hear from someone that lives over by Castle Manor. And first-hand report, I got to take care of this person, that the system where they take
That's my neighbor.
Oh, that's Gary. Is that Gary?
No. Oh
That's
yeah,
Gary-
yeah. No,
Gary
that's
Mann.
Gary's friend. So he must be joining him.
First
No,
case thing. The traffic going to Wingasheek, now that you can reserve your beach spot from out of towners, is in fact leaving the roads that you can drive.
Right.
Gary, how you doing, buddy?
Joey, how you doing?
Nice to see you,
Good
buddy.
to meet you, man.
Sit right down.
Gary, what's
What's
going on?
that, Chris?
How are ya? Good to see you.
How you doing,
Good,
buddy?
good.
Here we
Good.
have Gary.
Here's my
Monroe.
neighbor. You
Gary,
come in.
right here, buddy. Sit right here.
All right.
Hey, Joe Langen.
I don't leave home without Joe Lang.
What's I didn't know you know
Oh,
Joe
yeah.
Langen, the legend. Joe Langen told me
Hey, Joe.
one of the
Good to see you.
greatest
Yeah.
one of the greatest stories about the media that I've ever heard in my entire life. And Joe, do you know what I'm going to talk about?
Probably.
Who holds the gun?
Oh, really?
That story. I want you to tell the story live.
So sit down.
Sit right here for one. Joe,
you
Joe.
tell the story.
No, Joe, you got to tell this story. Okay, you want me to tell the story?
Here you
go.
Or you correct me if I get it wrong.
Okay.
Joe Langen was one of the early on of Food Network, Joe.
Yeah.
Food Network pitched the whole idea of the Food Network, right? Lives right between me and Chris. Joe lives. Like pitched it and went to the network and said, and he had a partner, and your partner was eager to sign what they had put in front of you for what you were going to get paid, and you said, no, I'd rather I'll sign for 1 year, but I want to have access to the ratings, and then the following year we'll revisit what you're going to pay us, rather than signing a long contract for. And then your partner said, what are you talking about? They were going to sign us for long term. He goes, we got to hook them. Once we have access to the numbers, we don't have any information right now. So going to the network with nothing, we can settle for whatever they're going to put in front of us. But once we have the numbers, because we feel really strongly that this is going to blow up. Now we're holding the gun in the negotiation. They're not holding the gun on us. We want to be the one holding the gun. Did I get that right, Joe?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. So the thing blew up, and then and now Joe's living in Gloucester, living the dream.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tell them what I used to call your network. Soft porn for the obese, right?
That's awesome. My wife Caitlin will tell you if there is a porn for food,
Yeah.
she's a porno addict for sure.
Come
No
on.
question.
She looks like she's in wonderful shape.
No, she is in wonderful shape, but she consumes the Food Network.
Oh,
She's a Guy Fieri, Chopped, every one of them, she's all about it. So Gary, why don't we
Morning.
talk about you? You got a show coming up
We
at
do.
the Cut,
How exciting is that, huh?
and Chris McCarthy's standing directly behind me, so no
Yes.
one can see him. But he's the one who originally said we have to get this
You
guy.
did?
We have to get him on the podcast because he
did.
went to your show before.
That's right.
Was it in Lynn or was it
Salem.
here?
In Salem.
In Salem.
Yeah, we did a Friendsgiving show
Oh,
up
geez,
in
that
Salem,
was-
remember?
oh,
Yeah,
so
up
it
at
was
the
in November.
Waterfront Hotel,
Yeah.
which was just therapy for people to deal with the holidays.
Yeah.
And he saw her. She
Yeah.
was that your wife you're with?
It was.
Yeah, and
you
Sasha.
teamed up with he teamed up with Annie Brooks.
that's right. Yeah. It was a double headlining
Yeah,
show.
double headline.
So then I get invited to the grand opening of the Cut a
Yeah.
couple days later, which I was really excited about because, I mean, what a venue, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Gloucester, you just took the Blackburn Tavern on steroids. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
second in impact to the city, only to the Beauport Hotel.
Yes.
Right. Like, and the Beauport is magnificent, but like this is something that
It's an A+ room.
A+ room
Yeah.
going to be bringing people from Boston to come here.
Exactly.
You know,
Names, big names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just the acts, people to see the
Yeah,
acts.
I know.
Yeah.
Prior to that, I had only done Bass Rocks Country Club private show.
Not that there's any problem with
Not
that.
sure they quite got my material up there. So I'm excited to come and do the cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
it's
what date is that?
It's June 9th. There you go.
June 9th.
Sunday, June 9th. So we're gonna beach it, right, Joe? We're gonna beach it where we go at Good Harbor.
Yeah.
And then we're going to take our song and dance party down to the cut.
Yeah. Now, Gary, your show is very unique. I mean, that's
It
what
is.
caught my attention.
It is.
So why don't you explain to everybody what your concept is?
So the concept is this, okay, is as much as we love stand-up, there's a lot of stand-up out
There's
there.
a lot of stand-up.
So what we sought to do was something different for the music lovers, the rock and roll people, and the stand-up comedy fans. And it's both of those smashed into one. There used to be 20 years ago, there were a lot of Boston comics that did music. They would come out, they'd do 40 minutes of brilliant stand-up, and then they'd reach around and grab a guitar and do some really great musical comedy. And I used to watch them and go, I'm going to put together a comedy band.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to get all these guys together. It's going to be a comedy band. And I tried it, and it was an abysmal failure. You know why? I didn't realize, for one thing, comics are terrible collaborators because it's a solo journey.
Yes.
Like they don't write with each other. They create their act over the course of years. So they're terrible collaborators. And then, you know, sorry, love your Boston comics, but they're train wrecks on top of it. So I got some therapy, and then I changed it to I'm going to find musicians with comic ability. And that's where it kicked in. So what World Gone Crazy is it's a comedy band. It's a band of funny musicians, but it's rapid fire, as you saw.
Yeah.
We don't even do a whole song. It's, you know, the verse is your setup, the chorus is your punchline, get the laugh, get right on to the next thing. You know, so all I want to do when I wake up in the morning is make it rise. Viagra, boom, get the laugh, get on to the next one. That's World. It's 90 minutes of that. Each member of the band does a solo spot, so you will get to know us personally. We do our solo stand-up, and there's lots of stand-up, but I don't want people to think it's a Weird Al trip. Like, it's not like you'll be sitting there, right, Chris, going, oh, this is an amusing song about taxes. It's boom, right?
Yeah.
It's rapid fire.
Well, he was raving about it. I mean, afterwards, he said, Joe, you gotta get Gary. You have to get him on. You have to get him on. So you said earlier in a text, for people that are watching this right now, if you share the podcast and type shared so that we saw that you shared it in the notes, we have two. Do you get 2 tickets we're giving away?
We're giving 2 tickets.
A pair of tickets.
Yeah.
Nice.
So one thing, and you'll be able to pick them up. We're going to leave them at the box office.
Yeah, or they can get in touch with me and I'll put them on the guest list.
Okay. All right. So share the podcast. You type shared, and you'll be entered to win.
Yeah, they can even come into our green room before the show. Our
VIP.
private exclusive green room with about 70 people.
Fluffer.
Hey,
They could be fluffers.
Fluffers.
They could be a fluffer.
Oh,
You could be Gary Marino's personal fluffer. Are you drinking out of plastic this morning?
I am.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, microplastics.
Gary might need to
Microplastics.
know
This is Joe Langen's fault. He wanted to go and get the iced coffee, Joe. Own up to it.
Well, we just found out. Do you know that every male, the number of microplastics found in males' testicles has skyrocketed?
No.
And they're saying it's because
In a recent study, every human testicle studied had contained microplastics.
Actually, I did see a little story on that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look into that for the show. See, that's what we do with World
I
Gone
wouldn't look
Crazy.
into it too deep.
It's 90 minutes. It's 90 minutes of that kind of ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
We take on everything. We do plastic surgery. We do social media. We do online dating. And we'll do the testicle bit, too.
Oh, I'll be there then.
Oh, sign me up, baby! Woo!
Chris is sharing the podcast.
Now, we also will do a certain amount of local material for Gloucester people. So maybe you can help me because I've been calling my friends up here going, tell me what's funny about Gloucester. They're like,
I already
nothing.
gave him a couple.
And I'm like, just that you don't think there's anything funny tells me you've been living here too long. And there's a lot of funny stuff.
The Cup Bridge, going through the Cup Bridge.
Cup ridge, but I said piping clovers.
Pipe. Oh,
Well, wait a
Those
minute. Wait a minute. Excuse me. The
Do you-
greasy
hey, do you
pole.
know-
The greasy pole.
The greasy pole.
It writes itself, Gloucester. It writes itself.
Did you know that the Hampton Beach, they just canceled the fireworks because of the pipe and clovers?
No.
Yeah, because they're nesting.
They're nesting.
So everybody else has to suffer for
No
a
plovers.
bird that's not even endangered.
Yeah, I've never. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So going through the Cup Bridge can be treacherous
Okay.
in a boat.
Right.
And there's a whole thing where people do selfies stuck at the Cup Bridge. So they're sitting there like this, and then they go on social media and they share their thing. Cup Bridge selfie. So
Really?
yeah.
All right, good. Hold on. I'm going to make a note of that for the show. See, I'm
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Look at us. Look at us, Joe.
Collaborating.
already.
We're good collaborators.
You get a credit now. You're writer for
I'm in. My royalties will be flowing. I got the gun, Joe. Joe, I got the gun. Joe, I got the gun, Joe.
I do think as a Boston guy, though, I'm going to have to make fun of the other bridge. You know the bridge, guys, that doesn't exist? You know that bridge. That human eyes over here, thousands and thousands of human eyes in Gloucester, physically cannot see. You know that other bridge, the one that leads out of here?
Oh, the one. Yeah.
The ones when
That
they
no one
doesn't
crosses.
exist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we don't go.
Yeah, no, I know that.
There's no reason to.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's comedy.
Yeah, there's no
That's comedy,
reason.
exactly.
Like as a matter of fact, for us in East Gloucester, we don't go past the lights in the
Yeah.
summertime because the Shire. We call this the Shire, God's country, East Gloucester. We have Stop and Shop. We have food. We have our boats. We have our beaches.
Right.
We have our Cape Ann coffee for coffee.
Yeah.
We don't have to leave the Shire.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I mean,
Thinking
I was-
about putting
right,
a
Joe?
toll up.
Oh, really? That's all.
liquor locker.
I was
Yeah,
amazed we got Chris to come to Pickering
Yeah.
Wharf to see us. That itself
Well, that
is
was
a
my
minor
wife's
miracle.
idea.
It was. It's always so. I've noticed it's only the wives buying the comedy tickets, and then they're dragging you guys. Isn't that funny, huh?
Charlene heard they had good espresso martinis over there.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now I brought you World Gone Crazy CDs. Anybody got a CD player
I was
anymore?
gonna say, like, who the fuck has
No.
a CD player?
We're all retro with World Gone Crazy. Here's what to do, Joe.
He's got 75,000 copies of these. He's trying to pawn them all. Listen, we have to pay to get rid of our trash in Gloucester. Nobody has these anymore.
Look, if
No.
you don't have a CD player, right?
What do you do with this?
Frisbee the CD out the window on the way home, but keep the jewel case for your Microsoft Excel disk.
No. You know what the people do on certain people? They hang these on wires and they spin and they keep the seagulls.
Oh,
there.
good.
That's
Oh,
right.
good.
Yeah. That's
But
right.
you do that then, Joe.
Yeah, look at this. No seagulls shitting on
Yeah.
our boats.
See that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
we have the 8-track edition too. If that's what you
No, honestly, my sister made a cookbook. She made a cookbook. She said, "How many should I make?" I'm like, I don't know how many cookbooks. She goes, "Well, the price goes way down if we go to 10,000."
10,000.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Joe is involved in that as well.
No, he's right. The break is at 10,000.
And I said, I go. I don't know how many you're gonna sell, but I'm just telling you right now, like, you may end up with like cases and cases that you just have to push around your garage all the time. As a matter, I don't think she ordered that many, but
we ordered, I think, a couple thousand. But the best part about the CD is that all the money goes to us, but not just us. Some really special kids, our kids. But they need Xboxes, Gloucester. Won't you give? No,
Yeah.
it goes to the breast cancer research at Dana-Farber.
Is it really?
Yeah. So even if you're not going to
That's
listen to
fantastic.
it, Frisbee it out the window. But
Yeah.
keep the,
Oh, you tell me he gave this to me and now he's asking for money.
no.
Does
That'll
that
show
that was
you
a
sell
setup?
these, though.
Yeah,
That
we
was
do. We
fucking
sell
nice.
them we do sell them at the show, and you'd be surprised people buy them.
No,
So
there's actually a lot of people. My mother probably. Actually, my mother
My
does.
mother has.
My mother uses a DVD player.
She
so
does?
She
Oh, good for her.
does. She
I'm
does.
sure she'll love some of those cuts. Viagra.
So my mother's down in Naples, Florida.
Oh, nice.
And they have dances.
And he's very familiar.
I just did Naples.
Yeah.
Oh, did we really?
Oh yeah.
So they have the dances. There's a lot of widows and a little
Yeah.
widowers.
Yes.
What do you call a male widow?
Widow.
What's a woman widow?
Widow.
Okay, so they're not.
Thanks for straightening that
They're
out.
not widowies.
Is that a joke?
So there's all these horny old fucking
Yeah,
widow
yes.
guys hitting on my mother. So one guy said to dance. She's like, "Oh, this flattery." He's asking me to dance. She fucking says the guy it fucking moved on her.
Oh, yeah.
Up close.
Oh, yeah.
She goes, I don't. She fucking froze. She
Oh, yeah.
goes, what the fuck am I supposed
And
to?
if she's got a little
What am I
money,
supposed to fucking do it? She's fucking like, I'm out. She
Oh, yeah.
fucking backed away from me.
yeah.
She's trying to call you and you're not picking up. The one time you're not picking up.
And if
You
she's
need
got
to
a little
find-
money, they'll move even faster.
Oh, I
So
told her.
I was-
I told her she should go the other way. She should go for the rich guy that's ready to die.
There must have been a lot of plastic flying around that.
A lot of
I
microplastics.
was
A lot of microplastics. He had the pump. I think this guy had the pump. He was doing the chicken wing move, and all of a sudden the fucking thing come up.
Yeah, the Reebok
The
pump.
chicken wing.
I don't know how I missed you. I was down there the whole month of February. This
Yeah.
is purely selfish on my part. I mean, to get out of the weather. But
Oh,
I toured the 55 and over communities in Marco Island, Naples, Bonita Springs.
Yeah.
You know who's 55? The security guard. I mean, who are we kidding? And even he wasn't that spry.
Yeah.
This is how I knew, though. I was touring the old country. They would give me the security code to get into these 55 and over communities. You know what the codes were on every one of them?
1, 2, 3, 4.
1111. And they sold a VIP section like we had that night in Salem. And then they sold a general seating section. And then behind that, a VEP section. Very enlarged prostate. Seriously, they sold a
That's
very
where I
enlarged
sat.
prostate section by the bathroom. Yeah.
And why is the prostate enlarged? Microplastic.
I sold my own T-shirts at the shows, Chris.
Yeah.
I sold Marco Island T-shirts, and one had a picture of my silhouette on the beach, as you can imagine, and it said, "Marco Island, where your best chance to own is the witness relocation program." And they sold like hotcakes.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Uh,
That is
so-
fun.
Where do you stay when you do you stay in Naples?
I stay in Marco. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we went to Stan's for the first time.
Oh, you did,
Stan's is great.
That's
Yeah.
a scene.
isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a fucking scene.
Yeah.
That they had the girls with the Trump bikinis
Yes.
on.
Oh.
They were doing the
Yeah.
national anthem.
That's
Like
right.
at a certain time, everybody.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
That was by the way, that was my second T-shirt I was selling down there.
Yeah.
Marco Island, thoroughly enjoying Trump's second term.
It's wild down there. man.
Was it? It wasn't, and that thing it
Uh,
stands. This is stands in Goodland,
Yeah.
which is a
Yeah.
fishing village.
Yeah.
That has gone on since the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mullet Festival.
The Mullet
Mullet
Festival.
Festival.
Yeah.
Festival.
It looked like Gilligan's Island in the 70s, and then it's been all built up.
Yeah.
But that stands thing, it really is a great set. I kind of want to play there because I think it fits like a glove with
Oh,
geez,
We're gone
yeah.
crazy in what we do,
Oh,
What a
that'd be
scene.
great.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the 9th, is it?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
9th.
Yeah. June 9th.
So the 9th is a Sunday.
It is, yeah. I want to thank the Cut for the Sunday show. It's a dream come true.
So what time does it start?
It starts at 8:00.
8:00. So perfect for dinner ahead of
Yes, absolutely. And the food there, as you know, is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll go in. Maybe we'll go in on a different night the next time, but that's what they wanted to do was Sunday.
time. Oh my
And
God.
it's going to be,
Tickets are available.
Yeah.
If you go, I think the website is The Cut Live.
that's right.
Oh, well, we have listen, I would be nothing without my unbelievable producer, Pat, co-producer Pat back there,
Yeah.
who already has put a link to buy tickets
Yeah.
in the show notes right there.
Right?
Thank you.
Tremendous.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
She's also, oh, wait, there she is right
Oh,
there.
there she is.
All right. Oh, look at you guys.
Hi, Pat. This is where we awkwardly keep the camera
Yeah.
on her to make her embarrassed.
Yeah.
As long as possible. Like we should probably cut back to us, but we're gonna leave the camera right
She's getting
there.
mad. Look at the lip. Look at the lip.
Yeah, start.
She's
Oh,
getting-
there it goes.
Oh,
She's
oh,
got-
she getting
she's
she's shifted
a
in
little
her seat.
uncomfortable.
She's like
She's
McCarthy,
taking
go
notes
back and
now.
forth.
She's-
She's,
She's
yeah,
like,
there we go.
"God."
We go. It's more and more uncomfortable.
This
see
is
how
not-
it is.
this has become palpable tension now in this room. Of course, she doesn't have the lights on it. I mean, if you don't mind, I'm going to put the sunglasses. This is like Tannerama.
Yeah.
It's like doing an interview in a tanning bed.
A little hot.
Gary, how long have you been doing stuff like
So
this?
I've been in this business 30 since I was a puppy. Since I was in my 20s, but I wasn't always doing this. I started as a multimedia producer, making multimedia and videos for all performers. Then I morphed into a manager. I was a manager and an agent for in the late 90s. I was telling Joe the story. I was doing trying to cast some of my people in the Perfect Storm movie.
Oh, wow.
And I almost got a guy in the film. A guy named Matty Blake, comic actor I used to manage. But he had hair like him. And they wanted him. They said, we love him. We think he's got the role. And it was one of the major roles in the film. It wasn't the Clooney role, but it was a major role. And then I said, he was all excited, this actor. And I said, listen, stay off the roller coaster because this business is crazy. Yeah. Then they started to drag a little bit. I said, what's going on? They said, a couple of the suits at the studio don't like his hair. Because this is supposed to be a 1991 movie. And he had the Vanilla Ice thing like you call it. So I said, they said they're starting to look at actors in LA for this. And I'm going, you're going to knock a Boston guy off because the hair isn't right? And eventually they called and said, yeah, we went in a different direction. We casted an LA actor. So I said, wait a minute. You can make Michael Jackson look like a friggin' werewolf in Hollywood, but you can't put a mullet on my guy with the Vanilla Ice haircut.
Yeah.
So anyway, I did that. And then I left the business completely. I started a nonprofit for kids called Generation Excel. And I did that for 7 years. And I was completely out of this business, although the company was still around and my wife was running it. And then I did that. That was a national nonprofit. I traveled all around the country for about 7 years doing that. I came back to this business in 2011 when we lost our funding due to the Obamacare because we were funded by Blue Cross.
Yeah.
So I've been back in this business since 2011. And that's when I started World Gone Crazy. And that's one of 7 shows I have, my company. So really, I'm a production company that produces about 7 shows. I'm only in a couple of them.
Wow.
I'm a very content behind the scenes producer.
So for speaking of getting to what we were talking about, it drives me crazy. I would say 9 out of 10 Boston-based movies that don't use Boston people, the accent, I can't get past the
unbelievable.
Accents. Which movie do you think was passable for Boston accents? The Departed?
Yeah, I was going to say The Departed.
Yeah, I would
probably
say
is the closest.
Yeah, I would say The Departed.
The thing is, like, they even suck. Like now they cast like Mark Wahlberg or Matt Damon,
right,
and they suck at a Boston accent because they're so far removed from it. It's a hard thing to
How many
copy.
sitcoms though in movies over the years about Boston have been ruined because they casted actors with bad Boston accents?
Yes, unwatchable. But I don't. So I wonder, is it unwatchable to everyone? Or is it unwatchable just to us because it's driving us up a wall?
It could be us,
right?
You know. I was almost cast in it's a funny story. My son was doing acting for a while, and I took him in for a Hasbro audition. And the woman who runs the casting company ran out. She said, "Oh, I need you to read for a role." And I said, "This is Boston casting." I said, "Angela, I'm not an actor." She goes, "Oh no, you got to read for it. You'll be perfect." I said, "Okay." So we go in. I read for it. I've never tried less. She gave me no information. I thought it was some local movie. Right. And then they called me. They said, the director loved you. He wants you to come in for a callback. And I go, callback? I can't. I was doing it. World Gone Crazy was booked at a ski resort for 150 people in Vermont. And she said, oh, he really wants to see you this weekend. I said, I'm gone. I can't do it. And they were shocked that I didn't want to come in. And then they kept calling, going, are you sure you don't want to do this? He really loved you. And I go, who is this? And they said, oh, it's David Owen Russell. I go, who's David Owen Russell? They said, director of the last 5 Clooney films, an Academy Award winner, blah, blah, blah. And I go, wait a minute. What is this movie? And they said, oh, De Niro's in it, Jennifer Lawrence, Bradley Cooper. And I'm stunned. I'm going, I'm not even an actor. Why does this guy want me? And they said, well, he likes A-listers in the main roles. And then real people in the secondary roles. If nothing else, Gloucester, I'm real. Trust me. I am a powerful lesson in human imperfection. So I was stunned. So I was going to play Jennifer Lawrence's boss, and I was going to fire her. And I said, if anything, she should be firing me. Right?
No sex scenes?
No sex scenes. It was 3 speaking scenes. Anyway, so long story longer, I was stunned that I even got this thing, and then they ended up eliminating the role. That's Hollywood for you. Much like the Clooney film that I was telling you about. You know, you don't get on the roller coaster with these things. Easy come, easy go in this business.
June 9th, Gary Marino and his act with his, how many people are in the band?
It's a 3-piece band.
3-piece band at the Cut. Get your tickets. We are giving away a pair of tickets right now. If you share the podcast and type shared, We're going to pull it at the end of this podcast, which we're going to wrap up in a few minutes. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey,
Yeah,
you're welcome
great to see you
anytime, Joe Lang. Great to see you, buddy. And do we have any other topics that we want to
Not that we can't cover next week.
Yeah, because we're over the 10 minute mark. Okay,
Can I
Pat,
just say, please keep supporting comedy, Gloucester. You don't want me showing up as your Uber driver or working on Joe's boats or anything.
Oh,
I mean, you know.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
And by the way, if you win the tickets, you can give them the CD too.
Oh yeah. Well, that'll be actually Pat. So we have that will do that.
Yeah, yeah.
So you get, but we have 2 tickets. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We have to go. We gotta go to Pat.
Want
Sorry,
to give away 2 pairs? We'll give away 2 pairs.
2 pairs. Okay, we'll give away
pairs.
2 pairs.
Share.
So Pat, want to hold up the bird?
And stop
Pleasure.
caressing it. Don't caress it.
See where she's holding it? Right where the poop comes out. Right, she's got a finger right up the bird's ass.
Wow.
Right up the bird's ass. So if you share the podcast and type shared, the bird, or we have two of them, pairs of tickets to Joe, to Gary Marino's World Gone Crazy at the Cut, June 9th.
If you like live rock and roll and stand up smashed into one, come
highly
and
recommend
enjoy,
it.
yeah.
You gotta go see it. It is funny shit.
Yeah.
It is funny.
As I like to say, if you like us, we're world gone crazy. If you don't, we're up with people.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you right now. For Chris to be so enthusiastic, about
Really?
saying we have to get him
that is
on.
funny.
You have to go see him, and
Yeah.
that's your endorsement. This isn't just like
Well, I know he was excited about it because I walked into the cut, Gary Marino. I walked out, Jackie O. I mean, that bookers were all over me, and it was you. You got them all revved up. So
There you go.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on, guys. It's
All right. You're
Great
very
great
welcome.
to hang out. I'm gonna go get some gel for my neck, and Joe and I are gonna go talk some food.
Pat, well, how many shares do we
We
have?
have 14 shares.
14 shares.
Ooh.
So
Okay. Here
people
we go.
need to claim tickets or the Pelican.
Yeah, and
and
2
the-
people can claim tickets because there's
Correct.
two
We're going
pairs
to draw 3 prizes.
or Pelican.
And
Fly,
the
Pelican,
Pelican will
fly.
be at the shop. We will be open today till 3 and tomorrow from 11 to 3.
By the way, Father's Day is coming, and Pat Dalpiaz has incredible Father's Day gifts. And I feel like we do too. Good morning, Gloucester at 44 Main Street. All right, we're gonna pick them right
I'm
now.
sorry, 15.
15 shares. Okay, I gotta redo this now. 5. All right, the randomizer is set. First pull, and first person gets the first picks.
Type in what you want.
Type in what you want. 15.
Number 15, Annie Roshan.
Annie
Oh,
Roshan
man.
under the
Spain.
wire.
Annie Roshan's in
Spain.
Spain.
If you didn't see it live, you would have thought it was an inside job.
So she's probably listening.
So
So,
she-
tickets or Pelican,
All right.
Annie?
Number 2, 14.
Whoa.
Wow, it paid to
Number
go late.
14, Jackie Higgins.
Jackie Higgins.
Yes.
You know Jackie?
I don't.
Oh,
Just
okay.
so, listen, I've got a Sunday in June off season. I'm excited. Anybody's coming. Yes.
And number 3,
Number 3, Chris Thompson.
Chris Thompson. There you go. So Annie
Annie
Roshan tickets. So there's one more pair of tickets available, and then
And the Pelican.
and the Pelican. Fly, Pelican, fly.
Yeah. Hey, before we go, can I plug the T-shirts we're going to be selling?
Absolutely.
You want to show that to the camera?
Yes, absolutely.
So we do, sugar, sugar, honey, honey.
oh yeah.
We do cougar, yummy, mummy.
Oh wow.
And
Let's
tho-
go.
Yes, and those are our cougar T-shirts. Not available at any store, Gloucester. Not even available at the cut after I show.
Oh
Is
wow.
the Pelican.
So you'll be able to buy those at the shop. All right, there you go. And does any of that money go to the booby
Goes to me.
booby fund?
The booby.
I'll give you one if you want, if she'll wear it.
No. No, you're just selling
Yeah,
them.
we're selling those, yeah.
Okay.
We do cougar gang. We do, it's on the CD. So it's sugar, honey, honey. Only it's written about, the yummy mummies. And yeah, we sell. You actually remember at the Salem show? All the guys were wearing them. It was pathetic. Yeah,
Hey, anything goes these days.
yeah.
Jackie LaFlamme, it was Jackie Higgins that won, not you, Jackie LaFlamme. Sorry about that. Chris Thompson got the tickets, so that means that Jackie Higgins gets the Pelican. All right, Pat just wrote it in. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for coming. Good to
Yeah,
have you
guys.
back, Chris.
Ashes.
Oh, thank you. Oh, sorry about that.
He'll love it.
Oh yeah,
boy.
this is my niece. Which, if you are doing casting,
Yeah. There you
and
go.
if you ever have a horror movie,
Oh,
we have your young child.
Or if you know a good
and
exorcist.
if you tell me after you see this that she's not worthy, then we're gonna have a problem. Here we go.
Ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
oh my God! No, you know what? All joking aside, you know, I was in casting for a long time.
That's
Girl's
a good
got it.
stat.
She's got it.
She's got
Yeah,
it.
she creeped me right
Sign
out.
her
She's
now.
terrifying.
She's terrified.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna, since Annie Probst was with you,
Except the hair is all wrong. Did I mention that?
Yeah.
since Annie Probst was played with Chris, Chris and they shared a
Oh,
bill.
really? Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Nice.
With you
Yeah.
and anybody else? Annie Probst. She just played at the Lobster Inn yesterday.
That's right.
Here we go, Ray.
Annie's like the original Facebook. Before there was Facebook, she was who was connecting everybody, apparently.
She's
Nicole
amazing.
just mentioned she's at the Bluefin.
No, she was at the Bluefin last weekend with us. All of
Nice.
us.
That's right. Here we go.
At the, 5
See you guys. Have a great weekend.
She'd sing that.